All right, now let me see if how it works now. If it's actually live.
Is it on your Delz show page?
Yes, and I'm about to tweet a link right now.
Yeah,
Okay, we're live right now.
I was gonna say, yeah, I got the notification.
Cool. Okay, let me just adjust a few things, and we're gonna start the show in just a second, everyone. All right, cool. Welcome to the Extreme Rules Predictions with DJ Delz. Alongside me, we have Clint, Franchise Kicks. How you doing, Franchise Kicks?
Living the dream, one day at a time.
And we also have Nate Serpent on YouTube. How you doing?
Pretty good.
So we're going to get right to these predictions. I know a lot of people want to watch the NBA Finals, so we appreciate you watching live, and we appreciate you watching on the recording. Let's get into the first match. What do we got, Nate?
The first match is a mixed tag team match between Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox.
How do we feel about this now? Sasha Banks doing this now.
You
She's
go
pretty
ahead,
much
Clint.
a full-time jobber now.
Isn't this shocking?
She went from the title picture to teaming up with Alicia Fox with some lower end guys, and it's a huge hit for the Sasha Banks product. And I'm kind of curious where they're going with this with Sasha, because I don't know how she'll come out of this strong no matter what. So I don't really care who wins this match, because no matter what, Sasha's going to just, it's not good for her.
It's really shocking that they've put her on this kind of level as far as where she is in her career. I guess they just don't have plans for her right now. So they're just figuring something for her to do in the meantime. Because she was one of the main card female wrestlers, right? Is that the right way to say?
For 6 straight months, her and Charlotte.
She was rocking shit.
I feel like they only are utilizing her in this manner because they're trying to bring some type of attention to 205 Live.
That's pretty stale, 205 Live.
Yeah, it's terrible. Even when they have good matches, they limit them to 5 minutes or whatever, and then it's just done.
Austin Aries, he's really saving it. I think he's one of the main reasons why people even watch it. Him and the man that Gravity forgot, what's his name again? Neville. Neville as a heel turn was fantastic, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of that Japanese dude? Akira Tozawa?
Yeah.
He's really good.
Uh-huh.
He's a good wrestler, but he's another one that, as long as he's on 205 Live, he's going to be underutilized until they figure out what they want to do with that show.
And TJ Perkins, I think as a heel has worked way better as a heel.
Yeah, he's hilarious as a heel.
I'm glad that something's working for him, because he's definitely a friend of the show on my show. He's been on the show before, but as a
Twice,
heel,
right?
it just worked, It definitely worked. So what is our predictions?
Go ahead, Clint.
My prediction, Sasha and Rick Swann, I think they're teaming. They can't lose, so
I agree.
Sasha and Swann win, doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Can you imagine
doesn't even matter.
Sasha lost? That would be such a bad look.
Oh, hell yeah.
If they let her get pinned too, that would be the worst.
If they lose, it definitely won't be a clean finish. Definitely. So you're with us, Nate?
Everybody agrees. There's no way, no logical reason why they would let Rich Swann and Sasha Banks lose.
Definitely. What's the next match?
The next match is going to be the Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville and Austin Aries, a submission match.
That's tough.
I'll just start. I'll just go ahead and get this out the way. Austin Aries is gonna win. They've been like really like, oh, Austin Aries is a submission specialist, and Neville
Yeah, you're
is,
right.
oh, he just kind of uses someone else's submission move. Like,
And he
they're
lost
really,
the last pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken, Austin Aries, against Neville, right?
Yeah.
So they can't have him lose again, right? That wouldn't make no sense.
and Neville won at SmackDown yesterday, so that means you know how that works.
Yeah, I think you're right. The only way I could see that Neville wins is if like TJ Perkins came down and like did some dirty shit, because they can't just keep having Austin Aries lose, right? Or you could see that happening again.
I could see that because what I'm thinking is Neville kind of promised TJ a shot at the belt, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or like a future shot. So that's from Neville and not from Aries. So in TJ's mind, Neville has to keep the belt because he wants his shot from Neville. So TJ will cause Aries to lose for like the second time at least. So that's my thinking is TJ will help Neville win again just because he wants a title shot that he thinks he's going to get, but
that'll never get.
Yeah, he'll never get. Exactly.
Yeah. Storyline wise, that just makes so much sense, you know? And I think that there's no way they would make Neville win clean just because, I mean, how many times are they going to fight and then, you know, Austin Aries is going to lose? That just wouldn't make any sense. So, yeah, I guess we're all on the same page again on this one. Next match.
The next match is the Tag Team Championship match between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus Steel Cage.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Who's going first?
I guess I'll go. This is the only match I really care about this whole pay-per-view because steel cage, metal, blood, maybe
and the Hardys.
And, you know, there's probably going to be some objects underneath of the ring that will come into play. I just the sound of a steel cage gives me hope that somebody might get broken, at least partially broken, 10% broken, at least like a broken look or a broken something. So I think Cesaro and Sheamus have to win this match dirty as hell. I mean, dirty. And they have to possibly hurt Jeff very, very bad so that he's off the TV for a month, 4 weeks. And during that time, they will just pester Matt for weeks and weeks and weeks, breaking him slowly while he turns to where he should be. So I think this match, I hope, is the beginning of the broken era. This will start it. And then once Matt breaks, Jeff comes back. He's brother Nero because through the beatdown that he's going to take in the steel cage is going to break him. And then we got it. The broken era begins Sunday night, slowly.
I have a theory about this. I think that it has been denied so much the last couple weeks that WWE has secured the broken gimmick that they definitely already have it. And I think I agree with you, Clint, that this is going to be the beginning of the implementation of this. And I definitely think the Hardys are going to lose. Of course, it's going to be something dirty. But I still think the best spot is going to be either from Jeff or from Cesaro. I think Cesaro is going to do something crazy in this match. So, but yes, Cesaro and Sheamus are going to win. It's going to be the beginning of broken Matt Hardy. What do you think, Delz?
Maybe they'll fall off the top of the cage or something together. and land on the table or some craziness may happen, like something absolutely insane. Like that would be fantastic. Like I miss that gimmick, but I'm beginning to get used to the Hardy Boys back, and I think that they're really helping Sheamus and Cesaro. Like they're like helping them get over, because I'm actually enjoying them as a tag team a lot too. Sheamus and Cesaro, they're beginning to actually like mesh really well.
And I think Cesaro really needed it.
That the Hardys will lose, and something's gonna happen. I agree with you guys 100%.
Right,
even though I wish we didn't agree on everything. We can't force.
But
we all want to see the Hardys like be broken. I mean, I think almost everyone that's watching this, there's probably some people that are like, that's so played out. I'm sure that we'll read that in the comment box maybe, but for the most part, everyone wants to see that broken thing back.
Because it wasn't dead yet. I mean.
It
wasn't dead at all. Because they had just started to go on their expedition of gold. Like it had just started, and then of course they had to stop. So I mean, there was so much more just talent and ideas to come. We have to see them. There's no way around it. I was
thinking, like with the belts, like. If they were broken right now, they would be trying to get the SmackDown belts right now while they had the Raw belts,
That'd be funny.
They actually teased it on Twitter.
Really?
Yep. Matt Hardy said something about scouting the SmackDown tag teams and something about the Expedition of Gold. Like,
they must be selling a lot of merchandise, because I seen Clint, you showed me a new shirt today that they're selling. They've got a lot of merch, man. They must be selling a lot, which is good for them, What's the next match we got?
The next match, the Raw's Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss versus Bayley in the Candlestick on a Pole match.
Now, for me, I think this is just Jersey Deep, what's up? Sir Daps, what's up? Masharla, what's up? I'm just looking at the chats real quick. Man, I gotta say, I'm not looking forward to this match. I just feel like this whole storyline is kind of like cringy for me. I think it's kind of stupid, but that's my opinion. What do you guys think of this?
With the Bayley thing, I'm tired of the just Bayley. Just Bayley. I'm just a goody two-shoes. I'm just Bayley. I want to see her ass get torn up. I mean, I want to see her bloody. She needs to almost be broken herself. I mean, she needs to get some kind of an edge, because her title reign that she had for 2-3 months, however long it was, 4 months, it was flat. It was boring. It was dry. Nobody cared. It wasn't special. It was built up for quite a while, and then she got the championship on a Raw after a pay-per-view, and it was just nobody cared. So, like in this match, I want to see her lose bad, because she needs to kind of keep her just Bayley kind of gimmick, but just Bayley a little broken, a little more of an edge. Don't be so damn sweet all the time, and just so Bliss has to win this and just beat the crap out of her.
I would hope that would happen. That's what I would hope would happen. But for some reason, I feel like they're going to have Bayley win this match. They're going to have Bayley just go crazy and just hit her with the kendo stick, however the heck you say it. I think she's gonna win, even though I don't want her to win. I'm just tired of her. And Bliss is pretty good. She's been doing pretty good, except that cringy promo they did, like that old that "This Is Your Life" thing.
That was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't that bad, I don't think. Honestly,
it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
It wasn't as bad as the House of Horrors match.
Oh, that was.
It wasn't as bad as that one.
Okay,
you can't compare that to much,
The House of Horrors was so bad that it was funny. This was just bad.
Anything that Bray's been doing, like as far as like vignettes nowadays, has been really kind of flat. Like even when they did that video where they were trying to be like the Hardys, like the Broken Hardys. Remember when they did that match versus the New Day? That came kind of flat too. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but you know, like I just think that just doesn't work very well. But for some reason with this match, getting back to Bayley versus Alexa Bliss, I think that Bayley will win. For some weird reason, I think she's gonna win. What do you think now?
I think she's definitely gonna lose. Okay, I hope she's gonna lose. She's just so stale to me. Like, she's like has no personality, no character. Is stale, and if we just forget about this last little promo on Raw, that was terrible. Make believe that doesn't exist. Like, Alexa Bliss just is a better character than Bayley is by far. We all know Bayley's a better wrestler, but
definitely
that can only get you so far. That's why they call it sports entertainment.
And that's very important. Your mouthpiece is so important when it comes to wrestling. It's so much more than just in ring, you know. If you look at even like Matt Hardy, how he was able to do the broken gimmick, he was doing nothing incredible in the ring. He's just doing the same thing, but you know, you loved it, you know.
But yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna say Alexa Bliss wins this match. I don't think Bayley can get extreme.
We see you. All right, so we're basically all on the same page, except I think that Bayley will win for some strange reason. They're gonna make her win. We'll see, though. I would like to see Alexa Bliss win, though, but I just feel like Bayley's gonna win. What's the next match we got?
The next match is the Intercontinental title match: Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. If Ambrose is disqualified, he will lose the title match.
Well, I'll go first. I really hope that The Miz wins. I mean, The Miz was so over, and I feel like once he went to Raw, he kind of just is now like not where he was, like where he was on SmackDown. And I really feel like Dean is so flat now. Like, I don't know what happened to Dean Ambrose. This is just me, though. I used to really like Dean Ambrose, but I feel like he's really boring now. Like, they made him into like this kind of like comedian almost, like.
But he's not funny.
Exactly.
The dude's not funny at all.
Like, he used to be this lunatic, you know. He didn't even really talk much. Remember when he was in the Shield? And like, now he's like this stand-up comedian with the one-liners. Ooh, and I'm cuckoo, I'm crazy. Even though I did like him with the Hardys, that was kind of entertaining on Monday Night Raw. 3 of them. That was I like that, the 3 of them together. But besides that, I feel like Miz is really, really great as a heel. I think when the Miz came back with his wife actually really helped him like rejuvenate his character. And I like the Miz. I think that he's great. I hope he wins. What do you guys? What do you think, Nate? What do you think, everyone?
I think that I would really like for the Miz to win because I agree with all the points you made about the Miz. But I think the irony here is that this whole weird stipulation, if Dean Ambrose is disqualified, the Miz wins. I can see the Miz getting disqualified in this match. I think that's how it's going to end.
I could see that too, through his wife maybe doing something.
Unless the match begins and his wife turns to the Miz and just slaps the Miz in the face, and then Dean Ambrose gets disqualified.
Wow. I could see that too.
I should be in creative. I know.
What do you think, Clint?
Well, first thing, Dean has to drop the belt because when the Miz had the belt, the last run he had, like the IC belt finally had a meaning to it. Like we cared about it, and since Dean's had it, nobody's cared about that belt at all. Like I said, Dean's character's flat. It's boring. The Miz, I think him going from SmackDown to Raw was a huge mistake. Huge mistake, because the skits that him and Maurice were doing with Cena and Nikki Bella were some of the funniest skits that like I've seen for months. Like those skits were really good.
Future classic material,
They
right
were
there.
really good. And Miz goes to Raw, and like it was the first week, he got punked out by Bray Wyatt, I think. Got slammed against the Titantron, and Miz needs to go back to a main event kind of role, and the IC belt will get him there slowly back on Raw to that step. So like the whole interference thing, obviously something's going to go down. There's going to be some shady stuff. How it goes down, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that much. Just my mind says the Miz has got to get that belt back, because with Brock on TV once every 6 months, the Universal Championship, like I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. And the IC belt's the only one left that we actually can care about right now, while a part-timer has the main belt. So the Miz will bring that elevation back to the IC belt, which in my mind is important with Brock with his belt up there in Canada or Minnesota.
It's in Canada now.
So the Miz wins.
The Miz actually, I loosely remember him cutting a promo talking about how the IC belt is the premier title on Raw right now because of the absentee champion. I like the Miz's promos. I feel like he definitely improvises enough to make it strike home with us smart marks.
No, definitely. He has fun with it. And even the stuff he was doing with Daniel Bryan was brilliant. I mean, it was so ruthless. It felt so real. And
I think it was real at times.
Loving it, but at the same time, it's like, when you enjoy something is wrong, but you're just enjoying it anyway, because it's just so entertaining. That's what it felt like. He was saying so many foul things to Daniel Bryan that you could tell really hit home, regardless if it was real or not. And
he went in on
was definitely playing it off like he wasn't happy, and it looked pretty real, So
and he went off on Cena the same way too.
Oh yeah. And when they were dressed up like Cena and Nikki Bella, it was priceless.
That was awesome.
It was so funny. It felt like old wrestling. What we all are looking for to come back, So, what do we got next?
The final match announced. I'm sure they'll announce something for the quote-unquote pre-show. But this is the main event, which is the Universal title #1 contenders, Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Samoa Joe.
Say the lineup one more time, please.
It is Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Samoa Joe.
Roman Reigns.
What do you think, Clint?
Finn Balor. Because the whole point of this match, I think, is to create 3 storylines. One storyline, of course, is supposed to be with Brock at Great Balls of Fire with Finn Balor, since he never got his rematch. So this is kind of like his rematch shot that's going to go for a few months with Brock. He won't get the belt, though. But the whole point of this, I think, is to create some storylines between Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt, because both those guys are kind of lost in the sauce, kind of. And who would like to see 2 tubby guys bouncing around all sweaty and everything, I mean, it's going to be some funny stuff. So
that's going to be some funny stuff.
Because Samoa Joe is the kind of guy who just drips sweat like nasty, just drips it, just nasty, kind of like Brock. So you're going to have your Samoa Joe, your Bray Wyatt feud for, I don't know, a month or 2. And then I thought about this, but Roman Reigns never got one up on Seth Rollins back in 2015. whenever Seth got the belt at WrestleMania 32, I think it was, whenever he cashed in and beat Brock and Reigns for the belt. So Roman never got his chance to get his vengeance. So since they're trying to push him now as the big dog, this is my yard. This will be his chance to get his one up on Seth for a 2 or 3 month feud between those two to make him more credible as the big dog. This is my yard. I beat The Undertaker. I took out Seth, and Brock, you're next, kind of a thing. So that's what I'm thinking. That's why Finn is kind of like the odd man out. So he wins because he's the odd man out, and then he'll get crushed by Brock.
What do you think, Nate?
I have a little bit of a different opinion. I think, okay, here's what I want and here's what I think is going to happen. I would really love it if Bray won. Because that last promo he cut talking about slaying the beast, and now he's the only one who can do it. I thought that was a great promo. I would love to see what he could do from there. Because he cuts great promos, and then Paul Heyman cuts great promos. I think that would be like perfect. But what's going to happen is Finn Balor's going to win. And contrary to your belief, Clint, I think Finn Balor will beat Brock Lesnar because Finn Balor, he does his Demon King thing. I think he's going to save that for when the next time he fights for the title, because the last time he used it was when he was injured in the match, and he still won the match. He's going to use that again for Brock.
I disagree right there. Real quick, I just want to throw this in there. There's no way he's not coming in as that Demon King all painted up on Sunday. Keep going. I just want to throw that in there.
It would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. I think they're going to say, if they're smart, they'll save it for the Brock fight to make Brock look like he has some weakness, other than the Goldberg thing, which we all know is whatever. That was just for whatever. Let's forget that happened. They're basically, I feel like they're going to try and do this Demon King thing against Brock to make it look like, whoa, can he possibly handle the Demon King? Blah, blah,
because Brock is so much bigger than him. That's just the way to make it like how it's fair game now. He's the Demon King, he can handle Brock Lesnar, and all that, even though like Finn is like a little dude compared to Brock, I totally could see what you guys are saying, and I really kind of see especially what you're saying, Clint. But for some reason, like, they're always going to Roman Reigns. Like, he's the next Cena, like he's Super Cena. So, like, they're always going to go to Roman Reigns. Even though I don't like Roman Reigns at all, I just feel like they are going to go to Roman Reigns. Because, remember, I forgot how long ago it was, they had a little interaction, like, it's going to happen. We're going to get back in that ring again. But that totally does make sense because Finn is owed another title match. So it does make sense for that to happen. But let's say Roman wins, and then he brings that up on Raw the next day and says, I'm still owed a title match or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they'll end up making it a triple threat or something. They seem to like to do that with Brock, triple threat matches too. So who knows? But I definitely feel like Roman will win. I'm like 99% sure Roman will win.
The only reason I say Roman does not win this match, I don't think he gets pinned. He's not going to win because he still has Braun Strowman. Braun is saying things on social media to imply that he's not finished with Roman Reigns. Now, if I could see Roman winning and going for the title and Braun interfering in that title match, but I don't know. I feel like smart money says Roman is not going to win, but he's not going to get pinned, so he's not going to lose.
And Braun Strowman is MIA right now because of his injury, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And Seth Rollins is not in this match, right?
He is.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's always a wild card too, you know. You just never know with Seth. He's Seth freaking Rollins.
But it's not really his time for the push yet, you know, for the championship push. There's too many guys that are lined up right now who are going to get pushed first, you know.
Now I have a question for you guys. Do you feel like Finn Balor's kind of flat right now or no? Because I do.
I wouldn't say flat. It's just his booking has sucked bad since he's come back from his surgery. I mean, I guess a little bit flat just because his storylines are crap. His booking's been crap. His matches, they haven't meant anything. But this match, whenever he wins, will propel him to the championship main card with Brock. And then that will help boost him back up because, yeah, I mean, I guess he is kind of flat right now because the booking sucks for Finn.
Now, do you think that if he loses, this is going to be horrible for him?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I think that if he loses this, he's really gonna be flat after this. Like they're taking the soul out of this guy.
The next Sami Zayn, you know, if they're not careful, you know, he'll be just like Sami. Just might have a few cool matches here and there. Demon King every 2 to 4 months, but a mid card guy, and you don't want Finn as a mid card guy. You know, he gets too big of a pop. He's too talented, and that's why he's got to win this match. Got to win.
Yeah, he really has to win because, I mean, I've been talking to a lot of people and I've been hearing it. People really think he's fallen flat. I mean, ever since he came back. And if you think about it, he was barely in WWE to begin with when he came in to win the title. So, like, as we look at someone like a Bayley who's not really working on the main roster, you could kind of almost scratch your head and think maybe Finn Balor isn't main roster material also because he is just not hitting hard like he was expected to be. Exactly. Philly in the chat just wrote, he's almost like a new Dolph Ziggler, like high expectations.
Oh my God.
But honestly, Dolph Ziggler had a very exciting run for a little bit when he had Vicky Guerrero as the manager, and then he had AJ Lee with him, and Biggie Langston, and when he was the champ, he was popping, man. I think he was popping at least. So, you know, like this guy Balor's not making a lot of noise like he was in NXT, in my opinion. I mean, you look at the other NXT boys. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nate.
I was gonna say I don't think this is a Finn Balor problem. I think this is a WWE creative problem.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree.
Because Finn cuts the good promos. He's excellent in the ring. The only problem is they don't have a direction for him, and that's just because they had one story for him, and then when that got derailed, it's like whatever. They just scratched him off the chalkboard or whatever, and we're done. Like they don't know what to do with him.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't really like how Finn talks on the mic too. Not to go against what you're saying, I feel like Finn shouldn't talk that much. And I also feel like, you know, when he does the demon thing, he should come in and do and act like a real monster instead of just being a little more hyped when he goes in the ring. He should almost do different moves too. Like if you really think about it, kind of like a Marvel character, because you know that's so popping right now with Marvel and everything. Like he kind of does the same exact stuff except faster. If you really think about it, it's almost like he did a line of coke before he got in the ring, or speed, or some kind of drug to make you fast. And it's like he's walking real slow, he's almost. The way he comes in the ring is kind of weird. How he's like crawling. It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember Cats, the Broadway play. If you're from New York, it's the advertisements. But I know I'm from New York. There was a Broadway play. They'd always advertise in New York. It was Cats. It was called, and you'd see all the cats. You know, people dressed like cats, and that's how he crawls in the ring and everything. I don't know. Finn Balor just doesn't do it for me, obviously, because I feel like I'm kind of bashing him a little. Sorry, Finn Balor fan. Don't throw tomatoes at me. But I don't know. We'll see. I wish the best on everyone, but you know, only time will tell. And I guess that concludes our predictions, right? Any last thoughts, guys?
I just had a little tangent. I don't know why, but would it not be amazing if Bailey loses and goes crazy, and then somehow they start to reform the Wyatt family, and Bailey is like the reincarnation of Sister Abigail? Tell you, they should pay me. They should pay me to write this for them.
I've heard someone say something like there was rumors that they were gonna bring her up as Sister Abigail, and that would have been like so great. Like if they just made her like a badass or something like that. She totally needs some kind of repackaging in a little bit. I think that the kids love her, and I have a feeling she is selling merchandise like the Hug Me T-shirts. Because I even see like a lot of those T-shirts in the crowd. You'll even see guys wearing her T-shirts, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, they look at these guys and see what they could do as far as with merch sales. That's like a huge part of their booking. So
Definitely, yeah. And those stupid little teddy bears they start selling too.
I mean, they sell all kinds of stuff, you know, and depending on the pushes, you'll see more merchandise. Some people have no merchandise.
Like Gender, I think, still, right? Or does he have a shirt finally?
He has one shirt.
He finally got a shirt.
Yes, he has one T-shirt. I will put a link in the description box so you guys can see that when this like is posted after, you know, we're live right now. I think it's a decent looking shirt. I was actually thinking about getting it to wear because I just thought it would be fun to have. And also, people would be like looking at me like I'm crazy too. Like this guy's wearing a Jinder Mahal shirt. You know?
You gotta get it and wear it before, like when we do our Money in the Bank predictions.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I may have to get the Jinder Mahal. We all should get the Jinder Mahal.
That'd actually be kind of funny.
We did all say he was gonna win, right?
Yes, we did. We did do this.
Yes.
If you did not see that predictions video, even though you know the outcome, guys, still watch it. I will link that also in the description box, including these guys' contacts to their YouTube channels, which you should all be subscribed to. If you're not subscribed to any of our YouTubes, make sure to subscribe to all three of us. All that will be in the description box below, definitely. So how do you guys feel about Jinder Mahal? Let's talk about this real quickly.
So far, I've liked his new, his new shtick that he has. Was it 2 Tuesdays ago when they came out with all the dancers and all that hoopla? It's different. It's interesting. But I like the way that Jinder's going. I think he might actually hold on to the belt for a while. I hope he does, just to prove that that you can take pretty much a piece of crap and make him into a champion, which is kind of funny that you can do that. But as of right now, I like the storyline, the way it's going. The Bali brothers that help him out, or Singh
brothers. Yeah, they switched it up.
And I'm curious of where this is going to go, you know, down the line. And hopefully he beats Orton at Money in the Bank, because I think Orton is using his rematch clause, if I remember right. So
yeah,
hopefully
he is. I'm pretty sure. I'm about like 99% sure.
Jinder wins that and then goes on to maybe Shinsuke or AJ or somebody else to see what he can do as a top tier talent, see how far that they can push him. Because, I mean, if you can make him into a champion and liked, you can take anybody and turn them around and make them loved by some fans, at least.
I feel like a lot of people actually do like him, as much as they're trying to make him he's like on the mic, you guys don't like me, and people are like cheering him. Like during the celebration, you got all these Indian people dancing and shit, and it's real nice. Like I'm kind of like enjoying it, almost like, oh, this is real nice, you know, and seeing all this Indian culture, and I'm actually enjoying this with the dancers. And he gets on the mic, you guys don't like me, and people are actually cheering him.
The way I look and the way I talk, you don't like me, and I'm like, I kind of like, yeah, I mean the way that it's going. I mean, you're not supposed to like him, but then you like him, and it turns everything, 360, which is cool.
I find it entertaining. I hope he keeps the belt for a while. What do you think, Nate?
Well, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I've actually heard.
No, really.
I've heard that Jinder is supposed to keep the belt until Royal Rumble.
Wow.
It's a long time.
Exactly.
What did I hear?
January, usually, I think.
January, right? And that he's supposed to lose it to Cena. Of course.
I heard that too, that Cena's going to come back and take the belt from him. Oh.
No, but I love it. I love that Jinder has the belt. I love that it makes people mad. It makes me love it more.
Yeah, it does make me love it more.
It's kind of funny.
People are getting mad. And it's amazing how many fans are so upset with him because, he was always losing. He was a job guy. And, like, all you hear is people complaining to begin with, WWE's the same song and dance. Cena wins, Reigns wins, this one wins. They finally do something different, and now everyone is not happy. Like, and I'm reading in the comment section right now, Philly Celeb TV writes Rusev should take the belt. I have heard rumors that Rusev will be having a feud with him down the line. So we'll see if that happens after Orton and after all that stuff. But Rusev, they've really been very quiet with Rusev, which is interesting.
I actually heard that. Which I heard that the Jinder push was actually supposed to be for Rusev and not Jinder, but Rusev got hurt, so his push became a Jinder push instead. Supposedly, that's some of the rumors that this is actually supposed to be Rusev's time, but he got hurt or something.
I heard something similar. I heard it was supposed to be a Rusev push, but when they got their stats from India, that's when they decided it was going to be a Jinder.
Jinder push.
Even TNA is shooting shows in India.
But this was planned for a long time. This isn't TNA, following what they're doing. I think Sanjay Dutt is actually the champion now. That may be, influenced by that, though.
I was going to say, they must have got the statistics way before. Like, WWE probably wasn't paying attention. Like, maybe somebody at TNA knew this is a huge market. They're fans over there. And they went over there first because they just knew it.
Wrestling is huge outside of the United States. Super huge. People love the shit, So, Heats for Kicks. We already talked about Sasha Banks. Just watch the beginning of the show. We get really into that, so definitely check that out. Shout out to Sir Dabs a lot. Much love. And I think we're going to end the show right here because we've got the NBA Finals, the Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors. Who's going to win game one before we go? I'm going to say that Golden State will win game one, but I'm rooting for the Cavs. They're going to be playing in Golden State, and I think that the Golden State will win. I do not want them to, but that's my prediction. What do you guys think?
I mean, Clint said Cavs.
Okay.
I'm going to say Golden State because we all know.
This is just game one we're talking about, not the whole thing.
Whole series Cavs.
Whole series Cavs for me, too.
6 games.
I'm going to say Golden State wins the series.
And I
Golden
think
State wins.
Wins it all, Nate, or it's just game one right now?
They win it all because all great feuds are a trilogy. So they're going to win it all this year. To set up that big. I hope
the Cavs win. That would be fantastic. I can't believe they came back 3-1. That was incredible. That was like a movie.
That was like a movie, wasn't it, Delz? Wink, wink.
That was a movie. I was emotional at that shit. When they won, I was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing.
Who's going to play Steph Curry in the movie?
Who the hell knows?
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball.
If I was out there playing, we would have won 2 games.
Did you guys see that YouTube video on the youngest ball boy? He's like 15 or so. He's like a sophomore in high school.
He's incredible, right?
Well, the video of that I that I saw, I'm not sure if it was edited.
Like really incredible at basketball. The younger one.
Well, is it the guy who kind of has the blonde, like poofy hair?
Yeah, I think that's him. He's like really, really good at basketball.
I saw him play, and
it was bad.
Dude was bad.
It was terrible.
The dude was bad. See,
really?
I guess his team was just kind of like a AAU team was playing like some team that was actually good, and they made him just look like a joke.
Wow,
it was bad.
They got blown up by 50 points. Yeah, it was hilarious.
You know exactly what he's talking about. I have to see that. I've seen like something on the news, like on my feed on Twitter, talking about one of the kids scoring so many points. It was like 82 points or something during his game. I don't know exactly which kid it was. The father's a pisser, though. The father is so funny to me. He should have his own reality show. He definitely should have his own reality show. And let's get out of here. Let's end it right here. I know people have questions, but we're going to try to keep it non-sneaker related, no politics also. We're just trying to keep it a wrestling show for now and little sports because it's in the same pocket, right? So everyone have a great day, evening. Guys, tell your YouTube channels real quickly. Clint, starting with you, please.
Mine is www.youtube.com/franchise kicks, or just do a search for franchise kicks. You can pull it up. Twitter @franchise kicks, Instagram @Clint_the_franchise.
And his YouTube will be linked in the description box below. Also, Nate, tell him what's good.
I am Nate Serpent on YouTube. And I'm also Nate Serpent on Instagram. Or if you want to look at my professional photography photos, you can go to Instagram @photos.by.nick. And you'll see all my pretty professional photos, only the highest quality content on that page. Be sure to subscribe to all of us.
Yes. As I said with Clint, his YouTube will also be in the description box below. Subscribe here to the Delz Show. And then, of course, if you're just running into this and you don't know about my Sneaker Addict channel, it's one of the longest running YouTube channels. It's been up for like 9 years. Subscribe there. That will be in the description box below. And also we have the Sneaker Addict t-shirts, which you need to pick up. We got them in all sizes. Got them for people that are real small to big people up to I think 6, 7X. Pick up the Sneaker Addict t-shirt, fits true to size, and that will also be linked in the description box below. Please, if you're watching this, leave comments, hit the thumbs up button, lets us know that we need to do another one of these shows. The next pay-per-view will be Money in the Bank, and we will be there. Well, not there, but we'll be here talking about there. Right, guys?
Yes.
All right. So we will be doing a prediction show again, and that will be in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
So we'll see you there. And with that said, peace.